Hey Peaches, I'm Eleanor and welcome to Peaches by Starlight Tarot. This is your weekly pick a card reading as it pertains to career, work, finances, that area of your life, your livelihood. I am using the Chinese Tarot deck and Sacred Rebels, and you have stack 1 the bunny, stack 2 the badger, stack 3 the fox. They're timestamped below. After each one, I'm going to do a pick a card, pulling 3 more cards at the end of each reading, using Affirmators at work. And this is just a general reading for the collective. So if you would like a private reading all to yourself with only your energy involved, my Etsy page is linked below and you can check that out. I have it set up to where you can design your own reading. It's just like all the decks are listed and you choose how many cards and make it big or small, whatever it is that you want. If you hear something today that helps you out, please give me a like and let me know. If you hear something that you feel like is going to help someone else, please share it. And if you want to keep up with me every Saturday, go ahead and subscribe and let's get started. Okay, those of you who chose stack 1 or chose the bunny, let's set him here. Your Sacred Rebels card for the week is Release the Dark Wound, Let Love Live. All right, and you have the 5 of coins in reverse, the 9 of staves, that's like the 9 of wands, and the 5 of staves in reverse. All right, oops. So there is a skittishness to trust yourself here. It's like, it feels as though you may have built up some self-doubt stemming from comparisons, particularly the kind where we compare our everyday reality, ourselves without makeup, with someone else's publicly curated image. Public image. This feels like it's related to, this card is related to something, some kind of creative inspiration, something that it is that you want to do and to put out into the world, a project, a business idea. Something that it is you want to share with the world, a part of you that needs to be expressed and is feeling that need to be expressed. But you aren't sure if it's going to be accepted. With this 5 of coins in reverse, you're not sure if it's going to be accepted. And that's what this dark wound is all about, what they're speaking of on this deck. It's that, and with the 5 and this also, it's going to be talking about our attachment to commercial success and the way that wanting a certain financial or public outcome can curtail the idea or alter the idea in some way, over edit, or even worse in this case, prevent you from even trying. There's like paralysis of, well, if it's not a success, then it's a failure. If it's not widely accepted, then there's no reason to do it. This 5 of wands in reverse does say it isn't a competition. It's like screaming, this is not a competition. You're making a competition. The 9 of wands with the reverse 5 of wands, you might be making a competition where there isn't one. This 9 of staves has you on guard, like protecting yourself from criticism, afraid of what people will think. And so there's a protectiveness and a kind of just hiding yourself, hiding from criticism, hiding from the public eye, because it's almost as though if the response isn't big enough or good enough, that would be like a criticism or like a rejection. But that is a very limbo-like place, a not very productive place to be. And this does show you coming out of that. It does show you coming out of fears that you won't fit in, having to know where your seat at the table is ahead of time, having to have a guarantee of success before engaging. So this it feels like what's been holding you back up until now, but this might be being released. It's as though there's nothing like what it is that you want to start, nothing compared to. It's too different. And your fear is that because it's too different, there's no market for it. It's like, that's exactly why to do it, because it is different, because it's not a copy or a rehash. You're not going to be the next whoever. It's going to be totally original. And so it's like those slots, they're all filled. You would be rejected if you tried to copy or be something that you're not. That's exactly why there's no competition. you can't compare, and there's a void, and what it's in you trying to be expressed, it fills that void, it fills that need. It doesn't say here that it will make you rich and famous. It does say, though, it is guaranteeing failure if you don't try. And to think about, rethink your idea of it is either a huge success or it's a failure. It's worth doing, is what I'm hearing. It's worth doing, and it's not a competition. And that the world needs it. And if feel a reason you want it, doing it for the reward, then maybe rethink it. All right. Let me tune in. Go ahead and set your intention. If you feel like card 1, 2, or 3 will have your message. And let me tune in to the rabbits. All right, card 1. Transmutation. I have the ability to transmute negative feelings into positive ones, and I exercise it at will. The next time someone frustrates, annoys, eats tuna too close to me, I will lean towards kindness and acceptance rather than stabbiness and loathing. But if they're also humming while eating that tuna, then all bets are off. Card 2. Tenacity. If at first you don't succeed, try to remember that there's an old tired saying about this for a reason. Everyone fails sometimes, but failure is only failure if it happens on the very last page of your story. And since you're still breathing, that's not where you are at right now. Yes, that's all wrapped up in this card right here that you got. So if you hit an obstacle on your way to success, don't sweat it. Dust off your air quotes. Hang them up on that failure as a reminder that failures are part of success, and this is all part of your lifelong job. Then get right back to it. Your next failure is waiting to bring you closer to your dreams. Aha. Yeah, that 9 of Staves is all about tenacity. Okay, card 3. Delegation. I make like the mayor of multitasking and delegate duties left and right. Then let them drift away from my awareness, certain that they'll get done. Rather than micromanage, I macromanage. For now, I'm only focused on the biggest elements of the journey. What's our galaxy up to? Why wasn't it the last meeting? All right, guys, like, share, and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll talk to you next Saturday. Thank you. Okay, those of you who chose stack 2 or chose the Badger, your Sacred Rebels card theme for the week is Dream a Beautiful Dream. Okay, you have the 5 of Swords in reverse, the 3 of Cups, and the 8 of Coins in reverse. So then, the 8 of Coins in reverse and this 3 of Cups, it's telling you to lighten up and step back to get the bigger picture. The reverse 5 of Swords here, it feels like over-editing. If you have a slab of marble and you're chiseling it to your sculpture and you way pass up the stop and call it a good point and you've got a pile of dust, essentially. Instead of overthinking, over-strategizing, trying to outmaneuver, putting an agonizingly fine point on something, chill out and connect with your goal through a more personal and camaraderie-based approach. So this is one of those it's not what you know but who you know moments where you can get closer to achieving what you want if you can get them to like you, because not necessarily because you are the best or 100% right in the situation, but winning someone over by being enjoyable to talk to, by being relatable. Someone who gets them or they get you. Someone who's not so hyper-focused, nose to the grindstone, take things so seriously that they wonder if you're even human. So focused on work that you're unrelatable, if that makes any sense. This dream card urges you to seek and create beauty in the mundane, in the unexpected, in what is, in the perfection in yourself as you are right in this moment. That not after you reach some goal. So you can be so focused on some goal that you are cutting people out and missing out on opportunities and missing out on connections and opportunities because of like a very concrete, single-minded focus on a goal. And goals are great. Don't get me wrong. We all have to have them. So don't not have a goal. But there's beauty in the process. And so don't miss out on that. And so like back to that marble I mentioned earlier, allow its beauty to reveal itself to you. It's already in there. You don't have to build it up. You don't have to create it. Everything you need is there, is present in it. So you're not imposing a forced sense of artificial symmetry to it, but allowing it to reveal itself is what I'm getting for you, Badgers. So go ahead and set your intention for whether you feel like card 1, 2, or 3 will have your message. And let me tune in. Okay. Card 1. This is 2 cards. I want 1 card. Card 1. Consideration. I'm a considerate person, and my new goal is radical conscientiousness. From now on, I'll leave every space tidier than I found it. I'll find small ways to support a teammate, even if they didn't ask for it. I will eat the leftover pumpernickel bagel, even though I didn't order it. And never would, because I'm considerate enough to know that what sorts of bagels normal humans like to eat. That is the most adorable way of saying everything I tried to say. Maybe a little heavy-handedly. All right, card 2. Money. I deserve to make money, and I invite financial abundance into my life by mailing out hundreds of gilded envelopes that say, your presence is required, please RSVP. If the desire to make more money seems selfish or shallow, I remind myself that money is only the path to food. I remind myself that money is the only path to food, shelter, and a secure retirement. Then watch myself quickly shut up and get back to hustling. Those gilded envelopes won't pay for themselves. But see those people kind of gathering and having fun together, that's all wrapped up, and that's that 3 of Cups right there. See the synchronicity right there? All right, card 3. My genius. I believe in my inner genius and encourage it to speak up as much as possible. When it seems to be feeling shy, I coax it, contribute ideas by sharing even its tiniest, craziest thoughts out loud. So that's coming out of that 5 of Swords and engaging instead. The more validated my genius feels, the more apt it is to participate, and nobody puts my genius in a corner. All right, Badgers, like, share, and subscribe, and all that good stuff, and I'll talk to you next Saturday. Thank you. Okay, those of you who chose stack 3 or chose the adorable fox, your Sacred Rebels card theme for this week is follow your own rhythm. And you have the Ace of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the 4 of Cups. All right, so in a reading about your livelihood, there are no pentacles here, which would be about resources and about money and about physical things. These are all cups. Ace, Page, 4 of Cups, emotions. Okay. So I want to start with the 4 of Cups and the follow your own rhythm. This can be a sign that you may be turning a deaf ears to your intuitive signals, your body signals, your gut feeling signals, being out of sync in a way that's causing you to miss opportunities. And we can get led astray from our intuitive signals by being too heavily dependent on external cues. We follow the money, not our gut, and it will sometimes stop speaking. This could, a more concrete, like, actual example would be like if you restrict eating too much, whether it's through fasting or by calorie restriction, but you follow an externally guided program of rules so strictly that your body stops being able to communicate hunger and fullness signals. And so there's a sense where following external cues too rigidly has led you to turn off or to stop hearing. These internal signals aren't being communicated to you any longer. And so, and there's an apathy to this Four of Cups, like nothing ever works out. Why should I bother? Here's the thing about follow this rhythm card, right? So you can't miss what's destined for you. And you can't gain something that's not meant for you by rushing towards it or by trying to force it. It's going to run away. Like the thing in your purse that you're reaching for, that the more you reach, the further towards the bottom it goes. Has going by some kind of external system versus your intuitive guidance system, your own rhythms and your own body signals and your own cycles, has that led to disappointment because those things didn't work out. It's like the universe was protecting you from something by saying no. And it was trying to communicate something else to you, and maybe you went against it and went by some other stimuli. But here with the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups, you are wholeheartedly seizing a new opportunity for something gratifying and fulfilling. And it may not be the thing that makes you rich. Like I said, there's no pentacles here. It might not be the thing that pays as well as the thing that didn't work out or that you had hoped for. But the potential for emotional satisfaction is like off the chart. It's like with the Page of Cups, it is linked to your life purpose in some way. It may be something you don't know much about. The Page is new on the scene, has a lot to learn, but it is awakening a new curiosity to reach your fullest potential. So that's pretty exciting. Like, why follow the money and then wait till you're retired to start your life when you can? What do they say? Try to create a life you don't have to retire from. All right, let me set your intention for whether you feel like card 1, 2, or 3 will have a message for you, and let me tune in to the foxes. All right, card 1. Quality. I value and admire quality, and I strive to make the goal of all my work. Quantity is great, but not when it lowers my standards. So I will keep the bar high, take my time, and let's be honest, probably use this as an excuse to procrastinate. What's our friend YouTube up to? So it talks about timing and quality of life and your standards. All right, card 2. Luck. Good fortune is about to smile on you. So get your cosmic camera ready and prepare to capture the moment. This luck might come in the form of something small, like a miraculous parking space or permission to choose the lunch order, or it might rain down as something more significant, like a new position in your dream career with double the salary and triple the benefits, or a new coworker that ends up being your BFF or true love. At the very least, maybe you'll come across a candy dish with something good in it. Psst, look beneath the banana runts. All right, card 3. I hate those banana runts. There's 2 cards there. And there always seems to be more of them than the rest of them, right there. Like that yellow dye is cheaper or something. All right, anyway. Sorry. Card 3, prep work. I make friends with the quiet loners organization, and planning. And I suddenly realize how cool they are. I start hanging out with them and I bend to their influence. I even allow them to give my daily habits a makeover. Normally, I wouldn't succumb to peer pressure, but isn't efficiency the best? Come on, just let me fill in one more bullet journal. I promise I'll be able to stop. All right, foxes, like, share, and subscribe, and all that good stuff, and I will talk to you next Saturday. Thank you.